I was basically like missing school and like always late because I was always like working till late.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tuesdays with Nick. This week we have a very special guest with us, Amirul.
Hi guys.
What's up, Amirul?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Pretty good.
So this week we have you on board with us because we want to talk about the newly acquired talent that we have. Our team is expanding, so we want to do an introduction towards who they are, what they do, and of course get to know them a little bit better. I think last week we did one with Karen, it's 20 questions. So
Right.
this week we played 20 questions with Amirul. Okay, let's start with before you came on with us, what were you doing, bro?
Before I was with 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗦𝗏 Singapore, I was studying business management and banking, right? And I felt that with 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗏 Singapore, I can actually put out my creativity out there and create content not only just for like brands that I've been working with, but I get to actually brand people, which is quite fun.
What made you become a creative, bro?
So I was actually working to create my portfolio because like if you want to go into the media industry, you need to have like a portfolio base, right? So
Right.
I was basically like missing school and like always late because I was always like working till late just to build that portfolio.
So how do you manage actually like getting to where you are today?
It took a while and it took a lot of help from my friends as well. Like I mentioned, in school I really didn't have time because I was like juggling work, building portfolio while studying. So I had my friends help me out with the studying portion. I picked up a lot of like freelance work and built myself from there and then start working with different media agencies and then digital marketing team, and now I'm here.
So then who introduced you to this industry?
Okay, so shout out to Lincoln Lin. He's my good friend. So he taught me everything from scratch, like basically like the video editing, videography. I started out as a best boy. So if you know what a best boy does, right? He basically like stick tape everywhere. Yeah, so from that then he would upgrade me.
Boy.
So, yeah, I was like basically that errand boy, then become boom mic guy, and then camera, and so on and so forth.
Nice, you learned your trade all from Sifu Lincoln.
Yeah, that's right. And it took years, right? So even after parting with that mentor of mine, I had to like still practice on my own.
Okay, so there's a transition in industries. Let me ask you this question. What is it like doing creatives for real estate agents?
That's a difficult question. Okay, so the biggest challenge I have when transitioning from just like normal brands to like working with in the real estate industry, right? It's like really working with people, because like when you work with brands, you work with product, right? So it's very straightforward, like, oh, I gotta put this out, this is what the product has, what's good about it and stuff like that. But working with people is different because like you gotta know their strengths and their weaknesses and then cater content to sell them that way. And then you get like people like Nick over here, where he's like the front guy, you know what I mean? Like he's always on the 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗏 Singapore videos, like hyping you guys up, bringing you guys to like different places and stuff. So like that's Nick's brand, right? So that's the whole challenge with working with people and like working with products.
So why did you then choose to work with real estate agents and like not anything else?
So I chose to work with real estate agents because I felt there was opportunity and it was a challenge, right? Because I see that a lot of real estate agents are trying to like put themselves out there. They are more tech savvy. They do Facebook, they do YouTube and stuff like that. Which is how I came across 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗏 Singapore, right? They're trying to be more human, I would say. And the opportunity there is really to help them brand themselves in a more genuine manner. Yeah, rather than like being very robotic, like, hey, hello guys, this is the house, this is the window and stuff like that, right? We want to like really humanize the whole interaction,
Exactly.
which is what we're pushing for here in 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗏 Singapore.
So in having to deal with people and agents, what do you have to study to create content and creatives for this industry?
So you're dealing with people, right?
Right.
So it takes a lot of soft skills, which can only be taught by experience, right? So dealing with people, putting yourself out there. Like in my previous job, I'm needed to talk to clients and stuff like that. So like I pick up the interpersonal skills from there, But if you're talking about like the more technical things for a content producer role, which is like your SEOs, script writing, content writing and all this, I had to voluntarily sign myself up for courses and then improve myself from there. With real estate agents, I learned that there is a need for not just lead generation, but also talking about the products that they are selling.
What kind of person would you say you are, sir?
I would say I'm a very calm person. And I owe it all to this book called 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗦𝗏, which I'm currently reading, and a good friend of mine introduced me to this book, right? So it's basically teaching you how to separate yourself from the ego, so that like your work doesn't define you, the stress behind it doesn't define you, you're still who you are, and the problems that you face are just, you know, surface obstacles.
Okay, let's talk about you as a person. What do you do in your free time, man?
Okay, so like during my free times, besides like hustling for SS and pushing out content, right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm actually doing content on my own as well. So me and my friends, we do podcasts during our free time over the weekends. Yeah, over the weekends. The podcast is called You Okay or Not. So it's basically like your void deck talk, right? So because everybody, like all the youths now are on like online platforms, Zoom and stuff, they rarely meet up. So we want to bring that void deck talk to a space that is accessible.
So I think prior to you coming on, I ran through your resume and something very interesting struck me. You said that you did a little bit of teaching. What was that about?
Yeah, so back then we did this like a coaching session with a CCA group in a secondary school called Crest Secondary. So it was like a multimedia CCA, and we were training the kids on how to write scripts, work the analog machinery, and also public speaking. Like how do you, you know, get that skill to do public speaking, to speak in front of a crowd. Kids can be very motivated, right? If you tell them that they can do it.
Big question.
How big?
Why you joined SS?
Because I came across their YouTube channel, and I felt that the content and the people there were like really genuine. I saw that there was opportunity right, to create more conversation, more touch points with their viewers. So I thought like, hey, you know, why not take this challenge and, you know, try to push this type of content out there.
So what have you had to do since you joined us?
Right, so there were a lot of things that I had to do when I come in. But basically, when we want to run content, right, there's like a whole structure that comes with it. So I brought that structure onto the team and helped coordinate some of the team members that we have, because we have quite a big group of people working with us, right? And some of them, they're not in Singapore. So how do we, like, you know, it can get a bit messy, like, so how do we coordinate this? And that's what I had to do, basically.
How has it been so far with working with the team?
Generally speaking, right, so far working with the team has been really great. If you ask me, there is a big room for creativity, right? So we really like enforce this idea of like pushing your ideas out. If it works, let's work on it and stuff like that. And I think we also mentioned previously, there's a lot of like positive reinforcement, right? We have a lot of pep talks and with no talk downs. Like, I mean, yeah, constructive criticism. What I really like is the fact that we even have our own interns like help us create content.
Hey, what's your favorite video so far? I mean, that you've done with SS.
Okay, my favorite one would be the Mandalay video, right? Because when we shot that video, right, there was a strong intention to sell this place, right? But when we look back at the video, we decided like we still have to be very real with how we handle the project, right? So in post we edited it in a way whereby it's more relatable, and we were like really shocked with the remarks and the results that we got from that video.
So why did we structure it in like this kind of manner, and why are we pushing our videos in that basis?
I would say the reason why we have so many different content pillars is because being a real estate company, right, or a group, right, we are dealing with different types of viewers, like not only just sellers and buyers and investors, but we're trying to deal with creating a whole community, a whole culture. So we want to show not only like the business side of things, but we want to let you know who are you working with, like what is the team you're going to work with, what they like and stuff like that.
Where do you see us in the next 5 years?
5 years? I will see that the team will expand to hopefully prop next level maybe.
𝗧𝗨, 5 years, yeah.
What?
Nice.
In 5 years time, like building the whole new. We want to get like more fresh bloods, right? Young bloods onto
Absolutely.
the team, like more agents, but also creatives because it
Talent.
and talents. Yeah, because there's so much things that we can do with 𝗧𝗨𝗘𝗦𝗦 Singapore right now. It's basically I wouldn't say a blank canvas, but
Budding tree.
it's there's opportunities for like all different kinds of like walkways.
Yeah, well, to add on what he's saying, basically we have vacancies going out for creatives. If you are into real estate, if you want to do the business side of things, then salespeople, we will soon open our doors and welcome in the next generation, and most importantly, the new hype beast.
New hype is. But on that note, right, I personally did see the interns who are interested in real estate, right?
They all hype beast, right?
They are hype beasts, they get to like really shadow the agent and like really see the the whole flow, the whole.
Oh yeah, they
process
shadow
of
us. We coach them on not just real estate stuff, like personal growth, especially when they're going on to uni, what the choices, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it's like they're really involved in the whole life stage thing, which I've noticed from afar because I'm doing work behind the computer.
Do you have a ritual to motivate yourself? What is it?
What? Ritual to motivate myself.
Do you have a ritual to motivate yourself? Wake up 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Wake up 5 a.m. 10 a.m.
Oh, that's so hard to do. But if I were to have a ritual to motivate myself, right, I would be watching like motivational videos before I start work.
Gary V.
Gary V or like Sylvester Stallone. From Rocky.
Life is gonna be hard on you.
Yeah, life is gonna be hard on you. It's gonna beat you down. I start off with like motivational videos to like give the energy boost for the day. And then let's say if I'm stressed during the duration of the period, right, of the day, I will like take a break and then meditate for maybe 30 minutes.
Zen.
Yeah, Zen mode. I'll go back to Zen mode. Yeah, and then start work again.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you say to somebody who's looking to join SS?
Okay, if you really want to look forward to working with SS, right, then you really need to be disciplined. I would say that first. And you also need to have the hunger and the drive, right, to get what you want. Because like, to be honest, Selling Singapore, we are a rapidly growing channel, right? So there's a lot of things that needs to be done, right? I'm feeling the heat from that, right? But managing it pretty well.
Nice.
So you need to really be clear on like where you want to be. If you want to be like top best real estate agent and stuff like that, right? Or you want to be like a killer content creator, it's good to work with SS because they really make you run the ground very quick.
So we look at what's happening in terms of like your duties and your RPI, KPI.
Yeah.
Like your duties and your KPIs, and then we see if there's fall behind. If there's fall behind, it's very clear that something is not happening either by training or because the load is too heavy, right, bro?
Yeah, that's right.
So then what do we do from there?
So we either look at hiring more people, right, or we look at retraining our staff, right? Like your personal time management is important. So that's why I say like it's important for you to be self-driven because a lot of the things require you to problem solve by yourself.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We also look forward to people who have initiative. That's very important. Like what Amir just said, if you don't know a lot, I mean, we're all a growing like company. We're all in the growth stage, which is a startup phase. So everyone has to learn on their feet as we go.
Yeah, right. And I think like one point that I really like is that you're free to ask questions, and you should ask questions, right? So no question is stupid. Like if you're unsure about something, ask, and then we will grow together.
What recommendation would you give SS team right now?
Personally, I would say that if you want SS to be best, the best of the best, right?
Or better.
The pantry need to expand a bit. Yeah, I'm a big eater, so if I want to like do work very long, right, I need a lot of food.
What you want, bro?
I want potato chip, ice cream.
Okay, that's all we have for Amirul. I hope you guys have gotten to know him a little bit better. And
so if you want to know more about our new members in the team, right, comment on the section below, like our video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next Tuesday with Nick.
peace.
Peace, guys.